Hey guys, D. Bonnie here. Listen, I just needed to come on here and talk to you for a minute and share with you some stuff that I went through recently because I know I post a lot about how awesome my marriage is and how, Megan and I guess I can come across like we have it all together because we really do have a really good marriage and it's come from a place of brokenness, as I've shared with you before. But I need to just unpack this a little bit and let you know that I screw this up sometimes, and I can't really say that she screws it up, but I'm sure she does. But this happened just, it was about a week and a half or 2 weeks ago, and we've had an opportunity to kind of talk through it and talk through it with a couple of groups that we were in, and I just thought maybe it would help you if I came on and shared it because I kind of reverted to jerk mode for a minute. And I had to catch myself. It was back when we were doing our 7-day free challenge that I hope you got into. It was a Facebook. I'd go on live every day and I would really just try to teach my heart out on what I thought was just really some good principles in marriage to help people grow and be excited to come home. But during that, I was tired. It was hard for me to prepare content and show up each day and teach live for an hour, which doesn't sound like a whole lot of time, but to just bring that energy and that vulnerability and to share parts of my story that I still don't like them, they're ugly, but to just try to connect with people. And so I guess that's my way of saying, I was feeling kind of squeezed, it was hard. And we were busy, and I was still working some shifts in the ER, and so it just kept, I don't know. So we're at our office, and we were doing some stuff, and I'd seen some clients. We have an opiate addiction treatment office, and Megan was there, and then I just wanted to come home. I needed to sleep before I went into work that evening, and I was just tired. I was worn down, and of all things, she wants to hang up this stupid cork board that she'd been wanting to do for a while, and man, I started acting like a fool a little bit. I mean, quietly a fool, but I kind of had this posture of I cannot believe that you actually want to do that right now. And then it started coming out of my mouth, started saying some stuff I don't want to do this right now. I don't want to help you with this. Why now? Why is your timing right now? I'm tired. That I've been busy. And guys, I was all but saying, I'm so much busier than you. And she kind of pauses and she's just looking at me and she's taking this in. And I think I felt a little nonverbal rebuff from her. And I paused and I just kind of owned it in the moment. I was like, that's stupid. I'm sorry because you're just as busy through this as I am. And I don't know, I was feeling like my time was more important than your time, and this thing that you wanted to do that was important to you, I was really just letting you know that it is not important to me. And what I was trying to do is I was trying to make her feel small. I was trying to go back to my old ways of, I'm the one that's going out earning the income and I'm busy and all you're doing is staying home. I didn't say all that, but I can see where that would have brought up some old feelings in her that, ooh, we're going back to that, D. That's not okay. And so I apologized in the moment and I just owned it. I said I was being selfish and let me help you get that done. And Megan's way better at home projects and office projects than I am. So basically, she was doing it all anyway. I was just kind of standing around helping to hold something. And we got it up and it was fine. And so I wanted to share that though, because later on we talked about it a little bit more and she actually said, hey, if you hadn't have stopped and you kept going with that, I was feeling that place in my gut and I was going to say something. I was going to talk to you about how you were making me feel insignificant. Now, keep in mind, the old Megan, she would not have done that. She would not have said anything. She would have buried it. She would have gotten quiet. She would have just been demure. And it would have it would have eaten at her, and it would have eroded our intimacy. So I just wanted to share with you that, I mean, it's an ongoing process, guys. Life is a marathon. It's not a sprint. And even though I teach this stuff every day and I pour into books and I learn and I work so that I know how to bring you good content and good advice, there's moments, man, that I need grace. And to me, I think it's a testament to a couple things. It's a testament to her for having developed herself enough over time that she has more confidence, that she knows that she is not deserving of being talked down to or made to feel that her time is insignificant or that her priorities are less important than my priorities. And so I think that was true. That was just such an incredible thing to see her growth there. Now, I wish I could tell you, well, no, I'm glad I can't. But I could tell you, like, this blew out of proportion. It was this huge thing. But the other part of this that I want to address is the fact that it didn't blow out of proportion. And it wasn't a huge thing because we both were able to fix it in the moment. Like, I could see in the moment that what I was saying wasn't true. I wasn't more busy than she was. My time was not more important than hers was. I wasn't more tired than she was. So I was able to see that in the moment. And that's because of growth that we've had. That's because we've spent years working on us as individuals and us as a couple so that we have some skill sets so that even when things have the potential to go wrong, we can kind of stop them before they go so far off base. Wouldn't that help you? Would that help you if things did not go so far sideways that it was hard to get back to center? And that's not a pat on the back. Like, we've done a lot of work to get to here, and it's only through the grace of God that we've even learned how to do any of this. It's only through the grace of God that our marriage is still together, because 3.5 years ago, man, we could have divorced. But I'm just a huge fan of Megan, and I love that she realized that she has a boundary set around her. The interesting thing about boundaries, we did a post about this the other day, the interesting thing about boundaries is it's not really something you impose on someone else. Like, I can't tell you, you're not going to talk to me like that, because I don't control your mouth. I don't control what comes out of your face. My boundary is really about me and what I will allow. It's about what I'm going to do when you do talk to me that way. Now, for Megan, this was a very clean, straightforward boundary. It wasn't like, oh, he's doing that, I'm going to walk out and go spend 3 hours away from him. Her boundary was, okay, if I'm being spoken to a way that I don't feel like that I deserve, I'm going to discuss it. I'm not sweeping it under the rug. I'm not ignoring it. I might find the right time, but I'm going to discuss it. And that's a boundary she placed around her so that I don't get away with stuff. I don't want to get away with stuff, but I don't get away with stuff because if I misbehave in my communication, if I get it wrong, we're going to talk about it. Now, if you do the work that we talk about in your marriage, you will get to the point that these little rifts stay little, right? And that's all you can ask for. You shouldn't have a marriage that has no conflict. That's an unhealthy marriage. Now, you can have a marriage that has healthy conflict, but if you have a marriage where you guys are just the same, you never disagree, somebody's not asserting themselves, and there's not a need for one of you in the relationship, you're just the same. So we need those little things where it's like, hey, I don't like that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to go there. Let's talk about this. And it's a way that God brings to the surface all of our impurities so they can be burned off. So he's taught me over time, don't make this about you. Conversations go wrong when it's all about you, when it's about what you want, when it's about you not getting your way. So I'm learning. But guys, I'm a work in progress. I hope this helps somebody out there today. If you found it valuable, please click share. Please come over and like our D-Bond Ignite Your Marriage page and come over to YouTube to the D-Bond Ignite Your Marriage channel and click subscribe. So when we put out videos, which we'll have one coming out next week, you can hear it and maybe get something out of it. So, all right, I love you guys and hang in there. Have a wonderful weekend and enjoy some of the nice weather. If you're in central Indiana, I think it's probably getting ready to go away and we're going to get some storms. So, love you guys. Bye.